Alright, hello once again, Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College. And as part of the Rankin Technical College Application and Website Development AWD1000 Web Development Technologies class, I have been building a mythical gym website from scratch. And I've made some changes because I want to start making it responsive where it wasn't responsive at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up my CSS file. And the one that I've been using, which is style.css, right here. And tell you what, it's got almost 250 lines in it. It now has nothing in it. So notice what I've done here when I go back to my file and open it with Live Server. It now looks like this, which looks really pretty doggone bad. Alright, and I'm going to add stuff back a line at a time, and as I do, ideally at least, you're going to be able to see what I'm doing. Alright, so let's get going. So here's the style. First thing I want to do is I want to set up the background. Okay, I'm going to add some comments in here too. Global settings. And the first thing I'm going to do is HTML. And I know a lot of people do it like this, but I still like these on different lines. I guess that's just me. And I'm going to set the background for the non-page part of the page. If that makes sense. So I'm going to say here background. Remember, you can say either background or you can say background dash color. Either one is okay. One of the things that I like about Visual Studio Code is notice pound 003366 shows you a little preview of what the color will look like. All right. So that's the first thing. I come back in here with my live server. You can see how it's changed. All right, and I'm going to keep doing this. Just keep opening it up with again and again and again with live server. So, all right, my body settings. This is for the stuff on the page. So, for stuff, which is a stupid word, but on the page itself. Alright, so I'm going to set the background color to pound C0, 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 which is kind of a silver. And now what you'll see is when I do this, how it's changed. Alright. Okay. Now, I'm not going to have time to make a change, run it, make a change, run it. So I'm going to make several changes here now. My color, so this will be my text color, will be this color that we had right here. And of course, I forgot my pound sign. The margin, I want this to be centered, so margin 0 auto. My font family for now, I'll use the Arial Helvetica Sans Serif. And I'm going to also say box sizing border box. And literally what that means is if I end up adding margin or padding to my element, okay, I don't want it to change and have it overflow, for lack of better words, anything that it's holding. So, file, save all. That was everything for here, so let's open it again. Okay, you can see I've got my color. All right. Doesn't look too much different from the way it looked originally, though, so let's just continue on. So I'm going to create what are called, this isn't, in fact, watching an online course that I was taking from Mr. Brad Travesey, he calls these utility classes. And they're just kind of extra things that you might use. First, we'll have a class called ClearFix. All right, and it'll say clear both. And what that will allow us to do is if we have anything set up with floats and we want to be able to turn off the floats, we'll be able to have a div with the class of ClearFix. All right, next we've got a container. That container will again be centered. It'll have a max width of 1100 pixels, which comes out to 68.75 rem. It will have any overflow, I'm just going to say, just show it, automatically at scroll bars. And let's put padding all the way around it. All right, so we've made those changes. And again, right now it doesn't look much different. It doesn't look like much, period. Give me time. All right, and hopefully we're going to make it better. All right, so the next thing to do is to set up our Nav Bar section. Okay, and that is an ID. Oops. Yes. Okay. Again, right now at least, doesn't look too different from the way it looked before we put that in. So, let's keep adding stuff here. These will be the hyperlinks in the nav bar. See what I'm doing here. In fact, I think I'm going to leave this off for right now. Okay, I'm going to go into my logo area instead, and for my logo, I'm going to have it float to the left, and I'll put some top padding there. 20 pixels, which is 1.25 rem. Trying to keep away from pixels as much as possible, which are absolute units, and use relative units instead. The unordered list itself, well, what do we want to do? List style none, which will remove all the underlines. We want that to float to the right. So the actual unordered list should float right. Margin top -4 rem. The actual elements will float to the left. And the actual hyperlinks that are in here, we're going to give them a color of our kind of midnight blue. Display them block, so we want them all to display in a line. Some padding. Let's make them look a little rounded. Alright. And also let's set it up so when for our active and our hover, we're going to use reverse. So in other words, now there's a kind of a silverish background with blue text, but now what we'll do for the Nav Bar ULLI a hover and for the Nav Bar ULLI a dot active, there we go. For both of those, we'll set the background. Again, we're going to reverse this. So the background will be this, and the text color will be. Now, if I'm confusing you by sometimes saying background and sometimes background color, let me change that. All right, let's go back to here and see if we've made any strides here. All right, well, don't know what's going on. We'll have to work on that. All right. No background image right now, so let's see if we can get that to come back. It's kind of concerning right now that this is. So let's take a quick look at that. All I can think of, and I want to check this quickly. No, that should be okay. I'm just double checking against my master copy right here. I'm not sure exactly why this stuff isn't showing, but it's not. Hopefully that's going to bring back our background image. Take a look. And there it is. Alright. This still is concerning, but again, making some progress, some headway here. Now that H1 that was pushed way over, we will text align that to the center. Alright. Again, let's take a look. Okay, that's okay. Work on that in just a minute. Still don't understand why that's doing that. That's probably, usually with me, it's something really, really simple. Okay? So I'm at 17 minutes right now. I'm going to stop right here. And we will continue on in just a couple minutes.